Hello, this is Jonathan Fudge with YTE Events and Balloon Decor. We're going to be covering some types of balloon arches. Specifically, we're going to be covering the standard balloon arch, the specialty balloon arch, the string of pearls, the illusion arch, and the organic balloon arch. These are the most common types of balloon arches, and just want to give you guys an introduction to what they are, what that means, and how you can ask for exactly what you want at your next event. The standard arch is uniform in size, the colors can vary, it's considered classic decor, and it's priced by the linear foot. This is the arch that every balloon decorator bases their prices on. They typically start with a standard balloon arch, and then if they're doing something else, they change the prices accordingly. What you're looking at here is a 40-foot balloon arch indoors for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and it does have some helium balloons on top that were added, but that gives you an idea of what a standard balloon arch looks like. Here's another example. This is a 24-foot balloon arch that we did for Topgolf in Tampa. And then here's another balloon arch that we did for a college out near Lakeland. So there's definitely a ton of different examples of balloon arches that you can find anywhere you look online. So this is another one that we did for Macy's for Pride Week. So that's going to be our standard balloon arches, and we'll just jump right along to the rest of this. The specialty balloon arch is typically air-filled. It can be frameless or with a frame. The balloon sizes can change and the color can vary as well. So I'm going to give you a few examples of these specialty arches. They're still the same basic arch frame, but there's some variation. The one we're looking at here is what we call a flat princess arch or pancake arch. When you look at it from this angle, you see this wide display of balloons, but if you were to put it against the wall, it would still be pretty flat. This is a fun little photo as well. This on the top has a square pack arch and then like a variation of Corinthian columns on the left and right. So again, this is just like a regular balloon arch. It just changes the size, the color, the placement. We also have this, which is a frameless arch done with Lincolns, and this is completely different, really, but it still falls into that specialty arch category. So I thought I would share that with you as well, just to give you an idea of some different things that you might see. This was done for a homecoming event at Land O'Lakes High in Tampa as well. And this is actually a cat arch where if you take off the head and the tail, it's a very simple arch, right? It just changes the sizes of the balloons. And then the head and the tail are sized accordingly to give it a different look. Now this one's really fun. This is actually a bunch of twisting balloons that have been tied together to create this really jungle-like arch. But if you consider the twisting balloon and the round balloon and you think about them, it's really doing the same thing. You're just stacking way more because the balloons are so thin, and you're inflating them way longer because they are long balloons instead of the round short balloons. So this is a really cool specialty arch that just shows that you can do some different things with the balloons. And lastly, this is our beach ball arch. It's the same thing. It's an arch, but it has beach balls. So again, the pricing on these things are a little different than your standard balloon arch that we showed when we started this talk, but that'll give you an idea of specialty arches, what they can do, and kind of give you some ideas of where you can go with it. The next section is the string of pearls. Now, I don't actually do a lot of these anymore because there's a lot of other stuff that's more popular right now. But the string of pearls traditionally is an 11 or 12-inch balloon, helium filled, and it makes an arch similar to that in the photo. This has the 11-inch balloons, but it also has foils dispersed in between them. This traditional string of pearls arch is more basic than that. I just don't have any photos of it, so that was the closest I had. I also added some Linkaloon string of pearls. I added them in the same category because these actually look like pearls that might be on a necklace. It's not the traditional classic decor as a decorator might see, but it still looks and serves the same purpose. Likewise, these foil stars that go over the canopy of this dance floor do the same thing. They have a string of pearl type build, but they're foil stars, so it gives a much more impactful look. So again, you start with your basic standard arch and then you expand into other things, and each one of these has its own classification that can increase or decrease the cost or the value as it's put together. And finally, I did add this in here. This is just a couple of balloons and some foils, but it's still built with the same concept as the string of pearls. And it does make a walkway or an arch that staff members could walk through. So I thought that it was a good example for what I was trying to portray here. The next in the list is what I call the illusion arch. The illusion arch is typically air-filled, and it feels like an arch. It may not look like an arch by standards that we would normally call an arch. Um, it's not always a complete from down, up, over, and down, and it can vary. It's super flexible in what this is. Basically, this is a balloon arch that doesn't actually classify as an arch. So I put this photo in here because it has a top portion, it has a little bit on the sides. It gives a little bit of that illusion of an arch. And this is actually a stage at the Tampa Bay Rays in the Republic Bank Room. But when the band is set up, you wouldn't see it hit the ground anyway. So it gives that nice illusion of a square arch behind the stage. This was another piece that I put in here. These are really just balloon bouquets, but the way they were situated, the way they were arranged on this wall for a photo op kind of gave the illusion of an arch as well that I thought really played into this illusion arch category that I use. And then when I put this category together specifically, I've only really done a couple of really great examples of this. Typically, it's a shooting star or palm trees, and I couldn't find those photos. So I went to the Balloon Blast website from California and pulled a photo off of their site. I just looked it up in a Google search for palm tree arch. And this is kind of what I'm talking about, where it gives the illusion of an arch. This is actually an arch, though. I don't know if you can see, but there's little blue behind the white of the clouds that is the framing of the arch, but you can do this without the cloud piece too. And that's more of what I'm talking about, where you have two columns, for instance, that maybe they bend and curve, and it gives this illusion of an arch. This is another type of arch that you may see at an event or be interested in. And of course, the most popular one right now is the organic arch. This is air-filled, all different sizes. It can be any shape, and it's a very hot trend. It's been all over Pinterest, all over everything. This is what I'm doing more than anything right now. This was done for Tampa Bay's 4th of July at Boom by the Bay, just like a red, white, and blue organic piece that we put together for them. Um, just to give you some more examples of this, here's a birthday where we had blue and green for a dinosaur theme. We had a lot of fun with that. Then we had a first birthday for Miss Adeline, and this is a balloon piece here. And now, I don't know if you noticed, but the illusion arch, this passes for illusion, this passes for illusion, this passes for illusion. They're not really an arch. We're calling them an arch only because that's what they're moving towards. It's not exactly a full organic arch. And then finally, this is the one I wanted to put for Illusion Arch because this is one that I've done recently for a trade show for the Centennial Bank. But it also falls under organic. So I kind of threw it here at the end to kind of show you this. Thank you for paying attention to the different types of arches that are out there. These are balloon arches that you can use. There's certainly some others. We can talk about pool. We can talk about non-balloon arches. We can talk about floral pieces. But this will give you a start in the balloon category on what to get for an arch, what it's called, what it's made of, and that type of thing. If you'd like to see more about balloon arches, different sizes, how much they cost, the difference between indoor and outdoor, air-filled and helium, please go to our website. The link's here in the video, and I'll also have it in the description. If you go to yteevents.com, balloon decor arches types of balloon arches, you will find a nice little post on that. So feel free to share that to your friends and family if you're looking to find an arch that's perfectly right for you. Thank you again. This is Jonathan Fudge from YTE Events and Balloon Decor out of Tampa, Florida. If you'd like to book us for an event, feel free to give us a call at 813-310-5900, or you can also contact us via our contact form on yteevents.com. Thank you.